today. This is Tammy. Try with Tammy. I hope y'all are in good spirits. Hope y'all have gotten your gas. It is ridiculous. And the crazy part is gas prices will be back to normal next week. The cyber breach is supposed to be over. But anywho, today we are making broiled salmon with a lime butter sauce. Now, as I told you in one of my previous videos from this week, you don't have to use lime. You can use lemon. I'm not a lime person. Not even when I'm drinking my margaritas. I really don't like the taste of lime. So I'm using lemon. Okay? So what I have done is I prepared my fillets of salmon. Okay? I have zested and juiced my lemon. And we're going to get started. Okay? The first thing that we're going to do is set our oven to broil, okay? Because we're broiling this, okay? And like I said, this meal, I promise you, under 30 minutes, you're gonna love it, okay? So now we're just going to, that's my Trinity seasoning. We're going to just put a little lemon juice on the fish. I'm only going to do one side. I don't want it to be too lemony because, like I say, we still have the butter sauce that's going to have lemon in it too. And you want to season your fish. Guys, listen. Season it how you want to season it. I do it kind of liberal. So I do front and back. If you just want to do the front of it, just do the front of it. But I like to do front and back. You want to get fillets. I hope you've already skinned your fillet. If not, ask your butcher or your meat cutter to just take the skin off. It's real simple to do, especially on salmon. So just real simple to do. Hi, Bree. It's been so long. Bree is like a fifth child. I already have four. So she's like a fifth child, and she probably feels about right at this time that I have neglected her. But I have not. I've just been busy. I've been real busy. So we have coated it with with my Trinity seasoning, and now we're going to use sriracha seasoning. Okay, now the sriracha seasoning, you know, is kind of spicy, so depending on your spice, it's up to you. I personally probably wouldn't use a lot. um, the older we get, we can't handle certain things, so you can try it if you want to, but me, I'm not going to try a lot, okay? So there we have that. We had that coated with our seasoning. Like I said, I only did the sriracha on one side because it's kind of spicy, and then also it's going to go into our butter sauce, so that's fine. Now, what we're going to do is get our baking sheet that we have covered with foil, and I'm going to place our asparagus. Now, our asparagus, it did say asparagus tips. I have cut off the bottom. Guys, you really do not want these parts, the bottom. They are woody, stringy. They're really nasty. So you want to get just the tip. So you want to cut off, maybe that's about 2.5 to 3 inches off the bottom of the stem, and that's your tips, okay? So we're just going to place that on one side. We're going to place the fish on the other. We're going to move some of our asparagus around here so I can place the other piece of fish on here. Ta-da! And then now we're going to spray. We are going to spray all of this down with some olive oil spray. If you don't have olive oil spray, you can use vegetable oil. Just don't, I wouldn't spray as much. Olive oil is a little healthier and it's lighter, so you don't want to spray it like too much. But we're going to go ahead and get that all sprayed up here. And then we are going to, hey James, look, I was going to say welcome to the lab, but you know, you copyright and trademark everything. So I got to be careful, you know, what I say around Mr. James here. He has him and Tallboy have a show that comes on every Wednesday at 7:30 our time, called The Lab, where they talk tech. It's pretty interesting, especially for somebody like me who is not into tech at all. Like, but their topics and the banter, especially when you have a PC guy, Android guy, and then you have the Apple guy. So, you know, Android is holding on and Apple laughing. So it's a great show. So if y'all could tune in for that'd be great. I'm gonna turn my fish right back around. I'm gonna just make sure that the oil has coated all of the asparagus here. Okay. I did put a little sriracha on my asparagus to give it some kind of seasoning. Season it up, guys. It's okay. And we're going to place this in the oven for 6 minutes, guys. I'm actually going to use my timer, which is something I normally do not do. But for this right here, please, because when it's broiling, it cooks pretty fast because it's under that direct heat. So you don't want it to cook so fast and you lose sight and your fish is burnt. So I'm actually going to use my timer. Let me stop talking to you guys so I can actually look at the timer. There it is for 6 minutes. So I'm going to place that in here. We're going to place it on the center rack. Whew, that is hot. We're going to place that on the center rack for 6 minutes, guys. 6 minutes. And while that is going, we're going to go ahead and make our sauce that we need to make. Right now, I have some wild rice cooking because that is what we're going to have with our salmon. So whatever rice you use, just go ahead, follow the instructions that they put on the box, or, you know, I would say you should know how to make rice, but I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but I just learned how to make white rice, and it's actually pretty good. So for a long time, I didn't eat anybody's white rice but my stepfather's. So I can now say I know how to make white rice. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to add our garlic to the little food. Hi, Priscilla. How are you? Look, all these shout outs on these shows now. But Priscilla also has a show, Old School Tuesday Turn Up. And that comes on right after my show. So her show starts at time, Priscilla. Maybe she'll tell me. James, you will not have to flip the fish. We're not going to flip it at all because, like I said, it's on that direct heat, so you don't have to flip the fish. Okay, so now we have the garlic. We're going to add the juice. We're going to add some seasoning. And right here, guys, is where I will add more sriracha to it because you want your sauce to be kind of kicking. You know what I'm saying? And the honey. Okay. Now, my honey does not like honey, but it seems like when I make these dishes, although he can taste it, he is doable for him. Okay. You want to use melted butter for this, so we're just going to look. I should have tried this before because normally I do not use this, but hopefully Nope, it's not going to work. Oh, live TV. Oh, live TV. I know it has something to do with the top. And the top may not because I don't use it. I never use a food processor. Okay, it's not working. So we might have to do this the old school way. You want me to look or do you want me to cook? So it is not working. Let me see if I put it back on. I do not know how. Okay. I'm going to add mechanic handy girl to my list, okay? So we're just going to blend that up a little bit. So after this, it's the bow-legged Lou interview. Hopefully she could get Lisa, and the rest of Full Force on there. That would be great. I'm going to add our melted butter now to the sauce. I have more butter, so once the salmon gets a little closer to being ready, I'm going to add that also to this because this is not ready. Let me, see, it's the top. There. So your sauce should look something like this, kind of thick. Oh, it looks pretty good. We're going to see though. Maybe I should add more. Do you think I should add more? So this is our lemon butter sauce. Let me show you. See? Our lemon butter sauce. Let me taste it. You could actually taste the lemon in it. You could taste the honey. Can't really taste the sriracha. So I'm going to add just a little bit more. Yeah, Lisa was in January. So if you want to go see any of Priscilla's past shows, they are really good. I'm sorry, I got to say it. Tony Terry was the worst interview. Like, he sucked so bad in the interview. No personality, no nothing. I guess that's why he only has that one hit, because he sucked, okay? But the interviews are very lively. The guest, it's actual genuine love that you can see coming through. So please check those out. Her YouTube channel is Old School Tuesday Turn Up, and you can find that on YouTube also. And like I said, her show comes on right after mine at 7, 8 our time. See, that's what I told them. I told them to tell me. They don't want to tell me what time. So we still have about 5 minutes. And as you can see, ooh, look at it. It's so pretty. So we're going to let that finish cooking and clean up our area just a little bit. And guys, like I said, this is your time now. Go ahead, ask questions. If you see anything that you like on there or you don't feel like cooking and you are in the Metro Atlanta area, ta-da! This is what I do, okay? You missed my fish fry. It was actually, it was a great success. I don't know if I've ever said it, but fish was never like my go-to meal. It was just something, but now it's like people actually look forward to my first Friday fish fry. And yeah, I'm trying to get this food truck. So my goal is $8,000. If you care to donate, my Cash App is TAMMI 1006. go ahead and make my Cash App ring. I would really, really, really appreciate it because this is what I plan on spending the next half of my life doing. I spent the first half pleasing everybody else, and now it's time to do something that I love and I want to do. So, this cooking, that is it. Okay. So, let me go ahead and we're going to move this up to this top rack. But first, I want you guys to just see. You see? So the asparagus is almost, and the fish is almost done. Like I said, when you broil, it does not take long at all. Now, the recipe does call for it to be back on there in there for about 1 to 2 minutes, but it's whenever the asparagus really gets done and the fish is done. The asparagus is almost ready. You don't want to overcook your asparagus because you lose the nutrients out of the asparagus, and it's like, what's the point, you know? So you don't want to overcook it. So that's almost done. I want to see if I could get a little brown coat to it, just a little, and then we're gonna go ahead and add our butter sauce. Okay. So I'm just going to add a little bit more butter to the sauce here because I added about 2.5 teaspoons. So I'm just going to add one more to make it that full 3. I added, like I said, just a little bit more sriracha to give it just a little more kick. You know what I'm saying? I hate that. I have a guy at work, and that's all you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, no, I don't know what you're saying. Could you please clarify what you're trying to say? I'm going to squeeze just a little bit more lemon in there. No, I got the plate there. Okay. And now we are going to, look, my handy skills, there. Please, guys, if you're using a food processor or a blender, always remember, take it from me, because I'm learning right here on live TV. If you do not have it screwed properly in, it would not work. So, you see that? It looks really good. Okay. So, that is ready. And we are about to eat. And like I said, this took less than 30 minutes. I told you, your girl, what I tell you? Y'all gonna stop doubting me. Less than 30 minutes. Didn't even have time to take a swig of nothing, you know? So something nice, quick, and simple. And salmon is the easiest fish to cook. And while we're talking about salmon, I use Atlantic salmon. I like Atlantic salmon. There's always a debate about what salmon is good for you, what salmon is bad for you. All salmon is good for you. Atlantic salmon has more of your omega-3s, whereas the other ones, the sockeye, the coho, they are a leaner fish. So because they're a leaner fish, they don't have the omega-3 properties that the Atlantic salmon has. So because of that, if you're using, you can use any salmon, but if you're using a sockeye or a coho, I would suggest that you change your times on your cooking because you don't want the fish to dry out. Salmon is great as long as it's not dry. When it's dry, it's not good. You might as well just go ahead and save it for some salmon croquettes. So now, as you can see, it is ready. It has a nice little light brown coat on it. And we are going to serve up some of our asparagus on a plate. As you can see, it still has some to it. You know, it's not limp. Still kind of firm. So that's good. We are going to put our fish right there. And then our rice. And like I said, all I did was follow the instructions on the wild rice. I love wild. I love it. It's wonderful. I love it. So, put our wild rice right there. And voila! Look at there. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that gorgeous? And then let's add some of our sauce right here on the top. And it is because of the honey in it and the butter, it's gonna melt right onto the plate, onto the fish. So, without further ado, I am going to have my taste tester, because he has been in my ear and it like it's one of those days. And guys, you know, as you can see, I have no drink, so it's been one of those days. It was good for a minute, and then yeah, it was good. Oh, see, it's starting to melt. So I am going to take the first bite. Ladies first. And look, your fork just goes right through. Let me see. This is good. So, the sriracha does give it a little kick. Like I said, guys, add as much seasoning as you like. My body can't take all that spice. But I like a little spice. So, this is just enough kick. I might add a little bit more the next time, but this is just enough kick. Something nice, quick, and simple. You know, you running late, coming home, or have practice. Something quick and simple to just throw in. Even the sauce didn't even take that long. So, it's great. So, without further ado, I'm going to call in my producer while I eat this asparagus. And he's going to give you the honest. People always ask me, why would you want him on there? Well, we have to eat this, you know. And if I hear a lie, then guess what? We're going to keep eating it. And I never know that you don't like it. So, hey, give me the honest. Give me the real. It's called Try It with Tammi for a reason. Okay? So, without further ado, I'm going to have my producer, Tall Boy. And listen, guys, I know y'all in the comments. Get in these comments and tell him he needs to wear my shirt. Damn it. I'm tired of him. So, let's see. I got you some the Jesus juice. So, without further ado, we have Tall Boy. I guess he gonna rep his high school he went to 25 years ago, but he can't hit the spot. But we put it in the comments, y'all.
What we not about to do. You didn't have a T-shirt that fit me.
I do. I found one. I found one. So today.
Okay, so the salmon. You said, what kind of salmon was this? Because you were talking about Atlantic salmon earlier.
Right.
So
I only
come here for a second. Come here for a second. Not trying to be funny.
Mr. Producer.
Your microphone was cutting in and out, and I don't know what it was, but hopefully that'll help it. Because you were kind of low. So this is not. Finished? So is this Atlantic salmon?
I always use Atlantic salmon. I do not like coho, and I do not. I'll tell anybody. I like my fat. Give me all my fat. And fortunately, with the Atlantic salmon, the fats are good for you, so it's okay. I know some people are not crazy about the because most Atlantic salmon is farmed. I only get my Atlantic salmon, I promise you, from Whole Foods or Publix. Those two places right there, responsibly farmed.
So you said this could be a lemon sauce or a lime sauce, and so you chose what?
Lemon.
You chose lemon. Okay, so when I taste this, I do taste the sriracha.
Mm-hmm.
It does have a spicy kick to it,
Mm-hmm.
shall we say?
And you see how the sauce has just melted into the fish, so you don't even have to add anything else to the sauce.
You can definitely taste the butter, and you can taste the lemon. So it does have that lemon buttery, spicy kick to it, and it's a different type of salmon. Whoa.
That's because he won't wear my shirt.
Yeah, that was definitely a kick. But this is better than the salmon that you had tried that I had earlier this week. That I told you I needed a different type of seasoning. So I don't know what it is about this lemon, sriracha, and butter, but it definitely gives that different flavor. Now, would you put that sauce on the asparagus as well?
You can.
Okay.
So you can, but because you're choking already.
But that was a little bit too much sriracha.
I would not recommend you putting it on there because I've already seasoned the asparagus with the sriracha. So you don't. Go ahead, taste it.
The asparagus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember, guys, he wouldn't wear my shirt.
So you trying to mess me up?
No, I would never do that. So, guys, like I said, if you like this or any of my other dishes or anything else, you don't feel like cooking for a week, you want to try me out, give me a call, 678-769-5594. This is what I do. I do meal prep.
This is good. I got to go back. She'll talk to you some more. Thank y'all.
So, I do meal prep, and we can sit down, have a talk on what your likes are, what your dislikes are, what you're looking for. Hit me up. Events, I do those. Let me know. All meals can be made. All I need is just a 24-hour notice. Please, guys, look, I know we black. But I need a 24-hour notice. I need a 24. I want your food to be just as good when I make it for me and my family when I make it for you. So 24-hour notice. Everything comes to you hot, fresh. Nothing's ever frozen. Hot and fresh, just like I would want it. So don't forget, give me a call. Hit the spot, 678-769-5594. And we will be back next week. Okay? I'm going to finish this plate off. But we'll be back next week. And next week, we'll be working with chicken. And I know, guys, it's like chicken is like the staple. It's been so much of the staple that they're talking about a chicken shortage. But I think I got one of the last chickens. So we're going to use this chicken next week. But stay tuned to my Facebook page, and you will find out what the meal is going to be on Friday. Okay? And I will see you next week, same time, same place. Thank you for joining. Bye. Right? Pam said, wear a shirt. Bree said, wear my shirt. And I'm for real. When I'm on, the only one that advertise is James. Priscilla don't advertise for me. I ain't advertising for her. And you can say question all you fucking want. She don't advertise for me. I don't give a. You know she don't. Now we could do this together, or we could do this apart.